The 2021 Tesla Cybertruck concept vehicle was officially unveiled last month, and to say that the angular, futuristic design caused waves is probably a colossal understatement. Everything from the 1990s polygonal computer game-like planes of the exterior, to the bullet-resistant body panels, to the high-impact resistant glass windows, and the companion ATV that fits into the bed, caused controversy. The body design stumped automobile magazine writers. The bullet-resistant body panels baffled auto designers from a cost and design perspective. The glass windows were shattered during the demonstration, and the pricing and availability of the ATV were not even mentioned by Musk during his presentation. People either loved or hated the design, with not many opinions falling in between the two camps. The haters called it an impractical lifestyle pickup truck that will offer little to the usual pickup truck buyers currently served by GM, Ford, and Fiat Chrysler. Fans raved about its revolutionary styling and its impressive electric powertrain-based specs. It turns out that somebody else already tried to sell an edgy, lifestyle design pickup truck before Musk's engineers even pressed pencil to paper. That truck was the 2006 to 2016 Honda Ridgeline. Let us take a look at the Ridgeline and try to understand why it failed, and then extrapolate Honda's experience onto the Tesla truck. Will the Cybertruck be a dud or a success? By the beginning of the 21st century, Honda, through its original brand and then luxury nameplate Acura, had dominated the small to mid-size US car and minivan market for 20 years. There seemed to be no end to the appetite of the baby boomer generation buyers for its vehicles at virtually any price, and the incredibly successful introduction of the costly Honda Pilot in 2002 seemed to show that any auto segment was vulnerable to Honda engineering and marketing. So, Honda began final planning for the introduction of its first pickup truck into the US market shortly after the launch of the Pilot. Honda had been building trucks since the 1970s, mainly the Honda Active for the Japanese domestic market, but those vehicles were mostly for the commercial truck market. US pickup trucks were used for both commercial and private use, with the most lucrative segment being the private buyer. Detroit's Big Three have been slowly pushing up the price of their pickup trucks for years and increasing the number of bells and whistles offered, so there seemed to be no upper limit to what a serious pickup truck buyer would pay for their truck. This seemed to be an ideal situation for the introduction of a premium Honda pickup truck, assuming the company could connect with pickup truck buyers like they did with sedan, minivan, and SUV buyers. The Ridgeline launched with a 2006 model year and right off stood out from its competition. It was a unibody truck rather than body on frame. It offered four-wheel independent suspension rather than the usual rear axle leaf springs. It had a trunk under the trunk bed. The trunk bed was composite plastic rather than painted steel. And it also featured lower than usual emissions and better than usual safety ratings for its class. 2005, the first year the Ridgeline was sold, was the peak of the US housing bubble. So there was initially a willing audience with cash in hand ready to try the oddly shaped pickup truck from Honda. 43,000 vehicles were sold that year, and then another 50,000 vehicles were sold in 2006. 43,000 vehicles were to be sold in 2007, but with the onset of the 2007 to 2009 financial crisis and the US Great Recession, 2006 would prove to be the watershed year for any model year of the Ridgeline. By 2011, it was clear that the Ridgeline in its current incarnation would never be more than a low-volume novelty, and the truck was halted in production in 2015 for a complete redesign. So why did the Ridgeline, a quality pickup truck built by one of the world's most exacting vehicle engineering companies, decline and fail? The financial crisis and the Great Recession were contributing factors, of course, but the demise of the Ridgeline can be traced to a number of inherent shortcomings. The sloped integrated cab and bed design was great from an aerodynamic standpoint. However, the unibody structure of the truck made it a poor commercial vehicle platform without the chassis adaptability inherent in body-on-frame designs. Even worse, any accident centered on the bed area effectively totaled the truck, as any repair required a labor-intensive removal and replacement of originally robot-welded unibody panels. The sloped bed sides also restricted access to the cargo area and made loading and unloading of larger materials more difficult than necessary. It also limited the Ridgeline to bumper towing, as mounting a fifth wheel in the bed wasn't possible like one could do in competing trucks. The Ridgeline's four-wheel independent suspension gave it unmatched ground-hugging traction in uneven terrain. It also made the truck less stable in corners and reduced its towing and load-bearing capacity. Without capable cargo handling and towing, the Ridgeline was essentially an SUV rather than a pickup truck, and if someone wanted an SUV, well, they could just buy one instead of the Ridgeline. Ultimately, however, the Ridgeline's problem was that the Ford F-150, Ram 1500, and Chevy 1500 pickups were all quality-built and reliable trucks without any of the Ridgeline's limitations. The Ridgeline's design wasn't even overly unique, as the Chevy Avalanche offered a similar pseudo-SUV design several model years before the introduction of the Ridgeline. In the end, the question of whether the market demanded a high-priced status pickup with a lifestyle rather than utilitarian design was a resounding no. It doesn't take much analysis to realize that the Tesla Cybertruck has all the inherent limitations of the Honda Ridgeline and the Chevy Avalanche. So why would the Cybertruck fare any better in the marketplace? The most obvious advantage that Tesla has over its competitors is the electric powertrain and battery pack. Ford, GM, and Fiat Chrysler are all developing electric versions of their internal combustion trucks, but none of them have the manufacturing capacity to manufacture tens of thousands of electric vehicles like Tesla. Tesla's battery pack management, battery chemistry, and battery manufacturing are also widely considered to be best in class, and not just by a little. The odds of 50,000 Cybertrucks rolling off the assembly line by the end of 2021 is considerably better than the competing trucks doing the same in Detroit or Japan. Tesla's vehicle software is also considered best in class, and the Cybertruck is expected to provide some version of the autopilot and an auto hitcher for backing up the truck to a trailer. Can competitors catch up? Sure. The upcoming 2021 mass market release of the Ford Mustang Mach-E will give the public a preview of competing software capabilities and help answer the question of whether this particular Tesla advantage stays an advantage. But perhaps the most critical advantage that the Cybertruck will have over its competitors will be price. Perhaps coming as a surprise from the company that sells some of the most expensive electric vehicles in the world in the Model S and Model X, the Cybertruck is relatively cheap at $40,000 for the 250-mile single-motor version with 7,500 pounds of towing capacity, $50,000 for the 300-mile dual-motor version with 10,000 pounds of towing capacity, and $70,000 for the 500-mile triple-motor version with 14,000 pounds of towing capacity. These price points are all considerably better than the comparably equipped Super or Crew Cab internal combustion 2020 Ford F-150s. Check out episode 12, where we discuss the Tesla lithium-ion battery, the most critical product made in Tesla and the key to their future. How many batteries has Tesla made since inception? The actual number may surprise you. Also check out episode 16, where we explore the fake supercar phenomenon and the most commonly used frame and powertrain underpinning many kit supercars, from the 1984 to 1988 Pontiac Fiero. Do you agree with our analysis? Let us know by dropping a comment below. If you like this kind of video, let us know we should make more by clicking the like button. Hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell icon will also help you stay informed when new episodes are released. Links to Tesla, episodes 12 and 16, and other BTM videos can be found below. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed, where we post pictures from the upcoming episodes, and our Twitter account, where all new episodes are announced. Thanks for watching.